We just spend a minute on the Wendy Davis story. Wendy Davis is the woman who is who's running for governor of Texas, and she's the woman who the left is putting all of their eggs in the basket. Remember what the Republicans and the Democrats have said. They're going to make this main. They're going to make the main issue this next campaign season. It's going to be about abortion. So who's running in the great state of Texas? None other than Wendy Davis. Wendy Davis is the woman who did that big abortion speech in the State House of Texas, and they picked that and picked her to do it because they're trying to get all of this money from all over the country. Money is pouring into Texas from the left. They are trying to do the hostile takeover of Texas that they did in Colorado. And if they do it in Texas, we lose the entire country. This is the real play for the border. This is why there are no border fences. This is why they want to make sure that they have the immigration reform. Because if you do, all of a sudden, Democrats sweep, but especially in Texas. Now, Wendy Davis is really not the sharpest knife in the drawer. She was with the Dallas Morning News. And her opponent is Greg Abbott. Now, she said this about Greg Abbott. She said, Greg Abbott hasn't walked a mile in my shoes.
No, he hasn't.
No, Greg really hasn't walked a mile even in his own shoes.
Not since he was 26 years old. He's been a paraplegic ever since.
So he's not able to walk in any shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
unfortunate.
There's two. I mean, well, first of all, how do you say that you're not? So this is. Let me give you a couple lessons here. This is how the left never is held accountable to any standard. Because if we would be running against a paraplegic, I can guarantee you that our handlers would say to us all the time, if you're on the right, whatever you do, stay away. Be very deferential. Just stay away, because they're going to paint you as somebody who's going after the handicap. But they don't have to have those conversations because we don't do that. And their feet never put to the fire. And so she's so unprepared. She's running against the guy who's a paraplegic, and she's so unprepared for that she says, this paraplegic's not walked a mile in my shoes. Now, what to do? Well, we make fun of it. And we hold that out. But as we always do on this show, which nobody else does on the left, nobody would ever do this for us or anybody else. That was a stupid mistake. But was she making a slam against a paraplegic? Of course not. Of course not. But they would never give us that benefit of the doubt. And they would smear, if it was Greg Abbott and she was in a wheelchair, they would smear him night and day, and that would be a career-ending comment. Just that.
That's the guy who, the chink in the armor guy from ESPN.
Yes. Meanwhile,